Cricut tree, oh Cricut tree, oh Cricut tree, I adore you. Felicia, is it too early for Christmas music?
No.
I think we should have Christmas all year because this, ladies and gentlemen, is our Cricut tree. Let me show you what's going on here. Hi, I'm Tim Cruise. You can't lose with Tim Cruise. This is our Cricut tree. It is a Christmas tree. I understand it is not Christmas. We're not even remotely halfway to next Christmas. But how much joy does this bring you being in your home right now, Felicia?
A lot.
You're so happy to have this beautiful tree.
I love that tree.
Look at that. And all these things on this tree were made with your Cricut machine, weren't they?
They were. It's getting a little bare because
you opened a shop on Etsy and you're selling these things.
We have, and we don't have very many left.
They're
The tree
so
was full. Good
vibes, sun-kissed. You even made the topper there. It's called Life's a Beach, Enjoy the Waves. Every family should have a Cricut tree because it brings you joy. Does it bring you joy, Felicia?
It brings me lots of joy.
You bring me joy, Felicia, because you're fabulous. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a couple of different Cricut machines. The first one we're going to look at is the Cricut Joy. It's small, it's robust. Look, I'm going to be straight up with you. Cricut has announced there are some new machines coming up.
Yes, they have.
What are the new machines?
They are the Cricut Maker 3 and the Cricut Explore Air 3.
And why don't we care that there are new machines coming out? Okay, we do care. But
we do care. We do care. There's some new features associated with them. I think the biggest one is that they're twice as fast in cutting.
But, you know, when they announce something new, what happens to the prices of the old stuff?
They go on sale.
They come down. Look at this. Cricut Joy is on sale on Amazon.com. Add this to your cart right now. If you're a Prime member, theoretically, depending on where you live, you could have this in your grubby little hands tomorrow if you order within 16 hours. It is 7% off, $10.99. And we're going to show you exactly what to do. The minute you get this thing in your home, you're going to be able to open it up and be fabulous like we are. Let's take a look at what we can do. This is our Cricut Joy. And what are we going to do on our Cricut Joy today, Felicia?
Well, you asked me to make a couple of glasses. And you also asked that we get ahead of the curveball for Father's Day and make a Father's Day card.
Love it. Fabulous. So what are we going to do first?
What would you like to do first?
I want to do everything simultaneously.
I figured as such.
You know how I am.
I figured as such.
I don't care. I'm just crazy like that. And what I want to do is, let's do glasses. Do you see these really cool glasses? Can you show those to the camera?
Yeah. Which camera are we looking at here?
You're going to look at this camera. Fabulous. Follow us. Hello. And we're going to what? What did you do with those? How did you make those?
These we used permanent vinyl and the one of the Cricut machines. I honestly can't remember if it was the Joy or if it was the Maker. I don't remember for sure. But either one of them will cut these permanent vinyl words that you can adhere to a glass, a mug, whatever the case may be.
You're telling me basically these machines do the same thing,
yes.
But maybe the bigger ones have some different capabilities?
Yes.
That is cool. That is a fabulous looking glass. Now, are you able to wash those in the dishwasher?
We have run these through the dishwasher several times. Oh gosh, probably a dozen times since we made them. And they're still holding up very well.
Now, you're not supposed to do that. Is this permanent vinyl?
It is permanent vinyl.
And it's staying on the glasses in the dishwasher several times?
Yes.
That's
and it's
fabulous.
staying on just fine.
Look at that. That's neat. And you made these with the Cricut Joy?
I either made them with the Joy or I made them with the Maker. I'm not sure. But today we're going to use the Joy to make a couple of glasses at your request with permanent smart vinyl and the Joy and these two glasses right here.
Okay. Thank you for all the people who are following us, who watch our shows. We try to be a little more informative about these things, and we teach you how to use the machines. We don't just put them in our carousel and say, buy this, just buy this. We try to teach you how to use it. When you get this thing at home, what do I do with it? What's the first thing I do? What's an easy project to get started? And that's what we are going to show you today. We love to do this thing. We love spending time with you. Click the follow button up top if you haven't done that already, because you're fabulous. That helps us out. It helps everybody out, and add these things to your cart. If you're watching us from Facebook, we're on like 8 Facebook pages and 2 YouTube channels, Felicia. Don't be nervous. We're like global right now. But the chat is only on Amazon. So you go to amazon.com/live. Amazon.com/live. And look at the live streams going on right now. You will find us because we're world famous. and jump on there and talk to us in the chat at amazon.com/live. Look for me, Tim Cruz, and Felicia. All right, tell me what the difference for the people who are just tuning in for the first time or interested in buying their first Cricut machine. What is the Joy going to bring you? What can you do on the Joy?
The Joy is going to bring you joy.
It will. But
It will.
Felicia, you're fabulous. I thought you were so awesome.
What can you do with the Joy? You can cut vinyl. You can cut cardstock. You can cut iron-on material. You can make cards.
50 different materials, I understand, but two tools.
Yes.
All right, so we're going to progress and we're going to talk about the Maker, and also we're going to touch on the Explorer Air 2 today. But for many people, if you're just going to do t-shirts, if you're just going to do cards, I think the Joy will give you all the joy you need. Is that true?
It's true.
For many people who do this just as a hobby, just want to make some t-shirts. If you're a soccer mom, want to make some stuff for the kids, some cups, cards. What else? What about those ornaments you made on the Cricut tree?
Oh yeah, totally made those on the Joy.
You can totally make them.
Yeah,
just smaller
absolutely.
things, right?
Yes, just smaller things, because it only has a width of about 4 inches of cutting space there.
Look at that. And only one tool in there. And we'll
Only
talk
one
about some of the
tool.
differences in these machines so you can make an educated decision when you purchase this and get into this fabulous craft, this hobby. And for some people, it's a business. Now, the Cricut Joy is not going to be as robust. If you plan to do 1,000 t-shirts, you probably want to move up to the, well, if you're going to do something big time and start a business on Etsy or something, you're probably going to want the Maker. We're going to show you that a little bit later. But let's do something on the Joy.
You know, one of the nice things about the Joy is that it is so little. It is fairly light and portable.
It is. You could take
So
that
you
anywhere.
can take this anywhere.
But it has to be plugged in, requires AC power.
It does, but you can Bluetooth to it from there.
Oh, that's pro. You're going to have power. You could have power in a hotel room, in a cruise ship, in a classroom. A lot of people use these in schools to label things, right?
Yes, they do.
We're going to do some labeling a little later on.
Oh, we
a little thing. Yeah,
okay,
I'll tell you
great.
about that. It's going to be fabulous. All right. So what I want you to do right now, Felicia, is take me through soup to nuts. Like I've never done this before.
Okay.
I'm an idiot.
Okay.
Well, you know I'm an
Well,
idiot. Okay. But I want you to make 2 glasses. You know how there's a movement to not stereotype people by he, she, or they? I identify as it. So I want you to make 2 glasses because I'm tired of getting our glasses confused, Felicia. And our classes confused too. I'm getting everything confused. But I want you to make hers and I want to be its. I choose its as my pronoun, Felicia. Can you make that?
Sure.
Hers and its. Now I'm going to switch the camera to the software called, what is this called?
Cricut Design Space.
And what does this do for me?
This is the application you use to create your designs, your images, your templates, whatever the case may be that you want to use to cut out your designs on one of the 3 Cricut machines that we have here today, the Maker, the Explorer Air 2, or the Joy.
And you're looking at it right now on the screen. This is Design Space. You think it's pretty easy to use? Is there a learning curve here?
I think it's fairly easy to use. And there's a lot of things you can do straight out of the box. So if I were brand new to this and I had one of these machines, I could open up Design Space and go over to the left navigation and click on projects.
Mm-hmm.
And in projects, it will show you all the different projects that are available for you to just pick, bring into Design Space and create.
And that is all. Now, there's people who are saying that some of these things are like Design Space, you can pay for it or you can use it for free.
Design Space itself is free. What you end up, if you want to pay for, is Cricut Access, which is around $10 a month, and it gives you more access to more of the images that are stored in the software.
We've got some questions saying, if you're going to go with the 4, which one would you pick? And it's a great question. As we go through some of the things here, we're going to explain the capabilities of the Joy and what the Joy can't do versus some of the bigger machines. So that's a great question. And stick around. We're going to talk about that. So Felicia is in. Now, which one? How do I tell if it's a free image? If I'm in Design Space, I pick this up, I took it home. I don't want to pay the monthly fee for whatever reason.
So if I were going to go, right now I'm looking in projects, and these are all the projects that you can just pick out of the box and create. But if on the left, there's an images icon, and in here is where you can filter on the different types of images they have. You can click the all images, and you can see all the different images that are available here. And there are some, if you go on the left under Cricut Access and click that box, there are some that are only available to those who have the Cricut Access membership.
Understood.
All
Okay,
right.
so are you going to pick things that are free right now, or?
Well, right now you asked me to make a mug or make cups, and you wanted one to say hers and one to say its.
I identify with its, okay?
I'm not going
Don't
to
argue with me. Gosh, it's so simple.
I'm going to close out of images, and I'm just going to select the text tool on the left, and I'm going to type in hers. And I'm also going to type in its.
Hers and its. I love that.
All right, so I've got them there. And in the top toolbar, there's a section for fonts. If you click on that drop down, you will get a list of all the fonts that are either on your computer or part of Cricut. And let's just randomly select something. I don't know which one, but we'll just kind of poke through here. You can see there's a ton of different fonts.
Oh, wait, let me move this thing on the top of the screen. While you're thinking about it, please follow us. Hit that follow button. It means so much to us. And it means so much to the people here, all the other people, all the wonder. I see some streamers out here who are in our chat. So, hey, what's going on? I see Steven, I see Gina. She's got her own channel. So if you got your own channel, feel free to post it in our chat here so people can check you out when you go live too. What a great community. Everybody helps each other on community boards, and it's just a fabulous group of people. I love all of you. All right, so now we're looking at Design Space.
We're looking at Design Space, and I'll just point out something that came out with the latest version, and it's this checkbox over here next to fonts called Only Current Fonts, and because it's checked, it's showing me only the fonts that are current and do not require us to connect them and move them around.
All right, big question we get.
Yes.
Can you use the fonts that are on your computer? A lot of people download fonts for free.
Correct. We mentioned that up here. When you go to the fonts drop-down menu, you have an option to see all the fonts, whether they're on your system or in Cricut, or you can select system fonts and only see those are downloaded on your computer versus clicking on Cricut, and those are the ones that come with the software.
That is fabulous. Look at, so you really have unlimited fonts.
Yes.
So you can design this thing any way you want. That is just amazing. All right, so you're going to pick like I love that It's font. What is that font called?
I know you love that one so much. So I'll click the same one for my cup. So here we have hers and its, right? And we have our cups, and we're going to measure them. Let me just grab a measuring something, ruler or measuring tape, and just measure about, we're going to try to do these around 2 inches. All right, so in Design Space, I can just grab this arrow that goes up and down, and I can simply resize this to as big or as small as I want. And we'll just resize these down to just around 2 inches. If you don't want to use the arrow to resize it, you can also go in the menu across the top, and there's a size option. You can adjust the width and the height. All right, so we have our 2 images approximately the size that we want. We're going to kind of make them about the same height because he doesn't get to be extra special, although he is extra special. Gina, Steven, it is a pretty font, isn't it? I love it. It's a new one I've just recently found. There's so many in here, I never know which one to go through, and it can take me hours just to figure out which font to use. All right, so in the top, I have an option with a drop-down arrow, and it shows me the devices that I have available to me. And in my case, I'm going to pick the Cricut Joy because that's the one we're going to use today. And I've got, since I have my my images or my words ready to go, I'm just going to click on Make It.
Yes, I love that. You're really going to make it.
I'm really going to make it. Now, on the screen here there with the Joy, you can either use their Cricut Smart Vinyl which doesn't require a mat, or you can use a mat if you want to run it through that way. Right now, I have the Smart Vinyl, so I'm just going to use it without mat and click Done. And I'm going to open up my machine, and I'm going to open up my vinyl package.
I'm going to switch cameras here in a second so people can see what you're doing.
All right, I will wait.
Hang on a second.
That as I pull this vinyl out.
All right, we got it. You're live with the Joy now.
All right, so now we have the
Smart Vinyl.
The Joy Smart Vinyl, and it is permanent. And when you take it out of the box,
so what does permanent mean?
This is what it means. This is what it looks like. It's going to stick more weller to your object.
Okay.
Than it would if it were removable vinyl.
Is that permanent on here?
Those are permanent on there.
Look at that. Yeah. And it's been through the dishwasher again. You didn't put anything on top of it to cover it, to coat it? No sprays or anything?
No. No, and you can see we've run this through probably At
You have
least
some very thin. I think we lost the dot on the eye
least
here.
a
Maybe one
dozen.
of them. That's okay.
at least a dozen times through the wash.
Amazing.
All right. So because this is, excuse me, because this is smart vinyl.
Excuse me. You're yelling at me
You got
again.
an obstacle course
I
going in here.
know.
So it's smart vinyl. So it fits right into the machine.
No
without-
mat.
With no mat.
So we're going to need a mat for some of these other machines, aren't we?
We are.
That is one of the advantages of the new Maker and the new Explorer Air. They will have smart vinyl that is wider and available for these machines. So that is a fabulous thing to consider if you're thinking about getting into Cricut for the first time. Do you need it? No, you can use your mat with the same vinyl you can buy anywhere. You can buy really cheap vinyl online for ridiculously cheap prices, but the smart vinyl really just, it makes it really convenient.
It does. It
You don't
really
have to
does.
carry it, unless you have to carry around if you move around.
Right. So back in Design Space, I selected in the software that I was going to use material. The material is going to be permanent vinyl, smart vinyl. So I stuck that in there. It
Wait, is
automatically.
that still on that screen?
Nope, it's already gone.
It's already gone?
It's already gone.
Oh.
And so now the machine has pulled in the material. I'm going to go back over into Design Space, and on the bottom right, there is an option called Go. Notice that on the Joy, there are no buttons. There's no start, stop, no anything, no load. So I'm going to click Go on Design Space, and it's going to just magically start cutting for us.
So it just knows how to drag it in there and do what it needs to do.
Yep.
And what is it doing now?
It's cutting.
There's a little knife in there. I will cut you. Is that what's going on right now? It's cutting. Look at this. It's just kind of dragging itself. How long can you go? Look at the length of this sheet. Can you go like
You can. You
10
can go,
feet if you want to?
Yeah. And that's actually a really good point. Gina made a comment about the smart vinyl.
Mm-hmm.
And the nice thing about the new machines that are coming out, the Maker and the Air, are that they also can come with, or you can purchase smart vinyl with no mat necessary for those as well.
Felicia, I like the way you're talking to. Can I put your face on the camera?
Oh gosh, let me just go ahead and
She's so shy. Do you guys want to see her on camera?
Let's
Put it in
just
the chat. Let
unload
us
that.
know.
All right, so
She's
can
so
you
shy.
can you see this? Can you see that it's
barely
cut?
see it.
Barely see it.
I can see your reflection in there.
All right, so let me
She's
just
so pretty.
go ahead and cut this down.
So why are you cutting it?
I am trimming off the material that I didn't need to use, and I've
Nice.
only got the piece that we've done.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take a
So you see you have your little tools
weeding
here.
tool.
Do you need these tools or
You-
can you use just any tool?
You do need these tools. So I've used my weeding tool to start peeling up the excess vinyl. And you can see it's just
Look at
peeling right off.
Look how
Hopefully it
simple that is.
peels right off. And I'm just going to weed out the pieces.
Please, you think an idiot like me could do that?
You want to try?
No. Yes, I do, but I'm scared. I don't want to ruin it for these people at home because if I do it and mess it up, it's going to look difficult.
Oh, no, it's all good.
But I have done this, to be honest, and it is this easy. As easy as it seems right here, it is incredibly simple.
All right. So now we have our vinyl weeded.
All right.
We have its and hers. And we're
Okay.
going to take a piece of transfer tape.
I'm going to go overhead for this. So try a different angle. Let's see what that
Okay.
looks like. Let's try a different angle on our multi-camera setups. This is so advanced in here. All right. Oh, I see the chat in here.
There
I don't
you
want to
go.
see that. All right, let's go this way. This is fine. Okay, that's good.
You better?
Yeah. We're on the same camera here. So I want you people at home to see this. I want you to see everything that is happening right now because it's so important that you learn how to do this
All
the
right.
way Felicia does it because it's so easy. You're going to get this thing at home. You're going to take it out of the box and you're just going to run. You're just going to go with it and it's going to be amazing.
All right, so we're going to take this transfer tape. We're going to peel it off of the backing, set that aside. And we're going to take and cover its, and we're just going to press down. We can use a scraper, which comes with the Cricut toolkit.
Mm-hmm. A scraper.
A scraper.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Wow.
And we're just going to adhere that down.
What's the transfer tape
The
does?
transfer tape takes the letters, maybe.
I understand you can reuse this transfer tape, so you don't have to constantly buy it. It's not
can.
one and done, so don't throw it away.
Right.
Unless this happens.
No, you're still not going to throw this away.
Okay.
You just got to really get that transfer tape down there on each piece to lift it off of the backing, like that.
Can you use your scraper? Oh, look at that.
Yeah,
okay.
You could. I'm just kind of using my nail. See,
I wondered how I thought you had to peel it off by hand at first.
It's really not that hard. So here I have the its
words.
That's
for my cup, ladies and gentlemen. I choose to identify as its.
Hopefully you can see this okay. I'm just going to kind of try to position it on there as best I can.
It doesn't have to be perfect.
This is Tim's cup, so.
But look how wonderful that
I'm
is.
just going to stick that down, and I'm going to slowly peel back the transfer tape, and it is now stuck on the glass.
Oh my goodness! Look at that. Can I hold that?
You can have it.
It's all yours. You can feel it a little bit, but this is going to go through the dishwasher.
Yep.
Look, who doesn't want to be identified as its? I mean, I'm like a dog. Basically, I'm like a dog. So its and hers. That's what we're doing here. Again, I'm Tim Cruz. I want to welcome everybody who's tuning in from Facebook, people who are coming here from YouTube. I don't know how many Facebook channels. I think we're on at least 6 and like 2 or 3 YouTube channels. I don't know, but we're bringing everybody over here to Amazon Live. If you want to chat, if you have questions, we want to answer them. Come to amazon.com/live, scroll through on that page, all the live broadcasts. There's some other fabulous people there too. Find us on there and you can enter our chat and ask us some crazy questions. We don't care. Ask us anything. We're out of our minds. This is wonderful. People have started businesses with these Cricut machines.
Yes, they have.
T-shirt businesses, Etsy businesses.
Yep.
If you are part of a team, a soccer team, a softball team, you can make your own shirts, personalize them with the name of your team and the name of your players. People have done amazing things with this. I think Cricut started out in scrapbooking, and then they got into vinyl, and they just kind of went crazy from there and brought in a whole bunch of different uses. People just got super creative with this, and I think it's fabulous. It's I don't know, it's just endless creativity. And we're going to talk about some other Cricut machines too. So if the Joy maybe is too limited, you want to cut different materials, you want to do bigger, wider things, we have some solutions in the Cricut line that are available for that. So what did you do now?
So here we've adhered our vinyl.
Oh my God, that is fabulous, Felicia. Look at that, hers and its.
You're so
Look
funny.
at that. Is gorgeous.
So
Look at,
funny.
I am so enthralled right now with what you have done. What are you doing with your transfer tape?
I'm putting it back on the backing, and I'm going to hang on to that and use it again.
Listen, this, you just witnessed some magic, ladies and gentlemen. Felicia does magic with this machine, but you can do this too. The Cricut Joy is not being replaced, to my knowledge. They are keeping the Joy in the line. It just came out, I guess, about a year ago, would you say?
Yep.
And it is on sale. You can save $11. Add this to your cart. Try it out. See how much magic you can create yourself. Again, you can do T-shirts. You can do cups. You can even use infusible ink with this thing. It is completely fabulous and completely capable. Up to 50 materials, 2 tools. What are we going to do next? Are we going to do, well, Father's Day is right around the corner, right?
Right. Father's Day is right around the corner. So let's go ahead and make a card.
I'm going to take you back into Design Space. Are you ready?
Sure.
All right. This is our one. We just made its. Who makes its cups? That is so sad. We like to have a little bit of fun. We're silly. We don't mean to offend anybody. But I like to be called it. And if you know me, you will understand why. Believe me. All right. So we're back in Design Space.
We're in Design Space, and I don't necessarily need to save these 2 items. I could just highlight them and click the X, or I could click on New and replace the space with a new sheet.
Okay.
All right. So in this case, we're going to make a Father's Day card, and we're going to just go to Projects on the left, and we're going to pick a card that's already designed right out of the box. This is what you can do if you purchase the Joy, get it home, plug it in. You could come right in here, and you could, let's just say, I don't see, dad card maybe.
Okay.
And when you type in
these
dad
are
card,
already created.
these are already created and ready to go.
Let me ask you this.
Yes.
Could you actually make your own design in Design Space? You could create your own Father's Day card. If you have the creative itch, you're kind of, you're like fabulous and you want to create that. I mean, is it really difficult to create your own designs in here?
It is not. It's not, but you know.
It just takes a little getting used to, a little bit
yeah,
more of a learning curve.
Exactly.
People have called the Design Space software similar to Photoshop because it works in layers.
Right.
Would you agree with that?
I would.
Yeah.
But it's a much more simplistic version of Photoshop.
Well, that's helpful. I think that's fabulous. Okay, so you're going to take one of these preset Father's Day.
Yes.
You can't buy these in stores, right?
No, you can't.
Have you seen how much cards cost in stores lately, Felicia?
They're expensive.
I've seen some for like $8.
And we've always, as the kids have grown up, we've always tried to encourage them to be creative on their own and create cards along the way. And this kind of just goes with that flow. We're going to open up this number 1 dad in the world card. We're going to select, it comes in 3 different sizes. And we're going to select the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 because those are the card and inserts that we already have purchased. And we're going to click on Make It.
Oh, we got different sizes too.
Yep. All right. So with it, once you click Make It, you go back over to your, I don't know if he's not got the camera going here yet.
I got it on.
You got it on?
Yeah.
All right. So you go back over to your card set that you purchased off Amazon. And this particular set is called Merriweather Sampler. And it comes with these patterned pink, bright pink insert cards, as well as these blue ones, black already cut and folded.
God, they're shiny and sparkly.
Black cut and already folded cards, as well as envelopes to go with it. So it's a complete set, a complete package. So we're going to just set that aside and take one of the black card stocks that's already pre-cut and folded ready for us. And we're going to take our card mat, peel off the safety cover, the backing, and we're going to simply lift up the mat and insert the card, push it all the way up to the top.
You did not just do that. So simple.
I did.
It's insane how easy you make this look. Is it that easy?
It is that easy. And
when you first got your Joy, were you like day one making things?
Yes.
I think it's this easy.
It is this easy.
That's amazing. So this card, this holder, why do you need this mat for this special mat for making a card?
Because it's got this this plastic insert, if you want to call it that separates the card, the back from the front, and allows you to just run it through and create that card in no time at all.
Oh, because you're cutting a design on the cover, not the entire card.
Right.
I see. Okay. All right. So we're going back to Design Space?
Well, you can.
All right. We're looking at Design Space now.
All right. So in Design Space, I chose the material to be the insert cardstock. And then I'm going to go back over to the Cricut Joy, and I'm going to insert the mat. It's going to kind of suck it in a little bit and get it ready. And then.
And it's just going to, I cut you.
When it's done loading in, at the bottom of Design Space, you click on the Go button, and it's going to go off and do its thing on the Joy and start cutting the image that we selected. Again, this is a Father's Day card that we're using to cut with the Merriweather Sampler card set. And off it goes. On Design Space, it tells you the percentage of time that they have left to cut. So it gives you kind of a clue as how far along you are. In this case, we're just doing a card that is cutting. We're not using any of the pens to do any kind of drawing on the card.
How long does this take approximately?
Oh, depending on the complexity of the design, a minute or two sometimes. This one probably take a minute or so.
All right, that's not super long. We can do that. And then when it comes out, what are you going to do after that? Can you personalize your own message inside?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
So you just don't want to give Dad a card with a front. Hey, Dad, thanks for being my dad. You're cool and all, but whatever. So you can add something to the inside of this. And should people add cash or currency inside their Father's Day card? What are you getting your dad for Father's Day?
Why don't we give him a gift card to his favorite restaurant?
Oh my God, that's a great idea. You can buy those on Amazon. What about an Amazon gift card?
You could give them an Amazon gift card.
You can buy just about anything on Amazon.
Yes, you can.
It's amazing. Do you know they just bought a big movie studio? That is fabulous too. And now they own, I think, the rights to Shark Tank.
Oh, that is that new announcement they just made.
I bet Shark Tank's going to come to Amazon Live. That's my prediction. I don't know that for a fact, but wouldn't that be interesting though, right?
It would be interesting.
So we're cutting the design.
We are cutting the design.
In the card. Using the Cricut Joy.
Correct.
If you had to guess, how many jobs could you do in the Cricut? If somebody wanted to start a business and said, all I can afford right now is the Cricut Joy, do you think it would get through a couple hundred?
Oh, easy.
How many have you done so far?
How many what? Cutting?
How many, yeah, cutting jobs.
Oh,
just guess.
I don't even know. I mean, we've had this thing for...
A couple hundred, you think?
Oh, at least.
I know, at least I have at least 12, 13 t-shirts.
The ornaments that I make?
Yeah.
I can't even count how many I have.
Can I show people your t-shirt?
Sure.
Felicia made this. Did you make this on the Joy?
I did not make
Use
this
the
one
maker
on the
for
Joy.
this?
I did.
And do you want to see my t-shirt?
Yes, let's do.
Look at my t-shirt. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see it. Okay, the Joy is done.
All right, so on Design Space, it gives me an option to click unload.
My t-shirt was made on the Joy. It was very small.
Now I'm simply going to peel up the card from the backing.
How does she make this look so easy?
Just
how does she do what she does?
Peel it out.
There's
my card.
Oh, wow, look at that.
And we'll use the blue because this is for Dad. And we're just
wait, where does that go?
Insert the backing into the slots that it cut.
Shut the front door.
Shut the front door.
Look at you.
I'm just going to insert that.
And that all comes in that kit.
In the kit.
What?
And there you go. Can you see that?
That is great. Yeah, twist it towards me a little bit. Number one. That's number one. What dad wouldn't be like elated to get this? Or what do you do with the inside now?
So the inside, in this case, this inside is black.
So would you write with a silver marker?
You absolutely could.
Okay.
You absolutely could. Or you could cut a piece of white or other light colored cardstock, write your message on it, and just kind of glue it or tape it into the inside of your card.
Now, is it true or is it false that you could write things with the Cricut Joy?
You absolutely can. It comes with these pens, or you can purchase the pens. They're Cricut Joy specific pens, and you can simply insert them into your machine by taking the blade out, putting this in, and off and running with writing with whatever message you type into Design Space.
Look how easy that was. Just pop it in there. My.
Easy.
Look at you.
It's super easy. This is a really easy to use machine. It's not complex whatsoever. And you have your own handmade Father's Day card to give to your dad. Well, I think he would love that.
For Mother's Day, did you make a Mother's Day card in the Cricut Joy?
I did make a Mother's Day card, and she just absolutely loved it.
Because she's never seen it before, right?
Nope.
So this is the Cricut Joy. It is on sale.
Joy.
It is not going to be replaced. There will not be a Cricut Joy 2 next month. To the best of our knowledge, they did not announce that. So you can pick this thing up, save a few dollars on it, and start crafting right away. Then if you love it, if you think it's fabulous, maybe you could bump up. You want to do some more materials beyond the 50 materials that the Cricut Joy is already capable of cutting. Beyond the 2 tools that the Cricut Joy can use, the cutting tool and the writing tool. Maybe you want to open up your own Etsy store and do 100,000 t-shirts a month. Then what machine should people bump up to, Felicia?
I would bump up to the Maker if it were me.
Maker.
I absolutely love the Maker.
This is a fabulous machine.
It is a fabulous machine.
And it does over 300 materials.
It does.
How many tools does this thing have?
Oh gosh, it's got a ton of tools that come with it. You can obviously purchase the accessory kit that has the trimmer and the weeding
I have an
tools.
Overhead shot of the Maker right now.
Oh, you do? Okay. So we've got weeding tools. We've got
this area you can see right on top
right here.
there. Yeah.
We've got a trimmer you can purchase. We've got these blades, different blades you can purchase.
How many blades do you have?
Right. So there's
I know
there's so many
gears
blades
on the top of these.
They're gears that fit
part of their adaptive cutting system, right?
Correct.
Now this thing does something a little bit different. I've done a little research on these things, and these tools will actually lift up and down and move in different directions. The other machines may just drag along, where these things will move them down to a much more accurate cut, allowing you to cut in much more detail.
Yes.
Even very thin things like tissue paper.
Yes.
And a lot of people make clothing with this thing.
Yeah.
Which is
with it.
Well, I want to try that. I want to make myself a pair of jeans.
Oh, you should do that.
Imagine that. Tim jeans.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun. Tim Cruise. You can't lose. Fabulous.
Oh my heavens.
All right. So this is what I want you to do on this one. I want to do 2 things on here.
Okay. What do you want to do?
I think I want to do the t-shirt first. All right, I'm going to flip back into the Design Space software. Are you ready for us?
Sure.
All right.
And you want to do a t-shirt?
Let's do the t-shirt
Okay.
first.
Okay.
And I want my t-shirt to say sick, because
All
the
right.
Cricut Maker is just sick. There are no other words for this thing. It is sick. You could change the font, make whatever you want, right?
So
I want like a manly, like, oh my God, I am saying sick and I mean it, Felicia.
Oh my heavens.
I mean, I am sick. And then when people see me on the street, they're going to like, wow, you are sick. Not like,
how much coffee did you have today?
I had punched energy, but don't tell anybody.
Okay.
All right, this is a
All right.
caffeine
So in
gummy bear. It's
Design
awesome.
Space, while he goes off and does his thing.
People want to see Felicia.
left,
they want to see Felicia.
On the left in Design Space, we're
He's
going to click the
ignoring me.
text icon and we're going to type in sick because that's what
Sick.
Tim wants.
Not that font, though. I hate that
I
font.
know you do. So we'll pick the font that he loves.
Wait,
and
wait. I have to move the thing. I have to move this little bar. Remember to follow us. If you're coming over from YouTube, if you're coming over from Facebook, if you're watching us on YouTube right now, you can chat with us live at amazon.com/live. And click that follow button in the upper left-hand corner. Hover over it and click follow. The more followers we get, the more giveaways we can do, the more cool shows we can do. It helps us. It helps you. You get notified when we come on the air. So follow us. Come over from Facebook. Come over from YouTube. Because Amazon Live is fabulous.
all right, you want a t-shirt, right?
Felicia's like,
I know.
shut up.
Let's go.
She's
dude.
like, "Oh, let's go." She's in a hurry. Okay.
All right, so we're going to do a t-shirt and you want an Infusible ink t-shirt,
I
right?
want an Infusible ink t-shirt.
All
Should
right.
I switch cameras again?
I suppose. I don't
We're
know
still in Design Space.
yes, we're
All right,
still
so
in Design Space.
have you done everything in Design Space that you need to do?
Yes, we're done with Design Space other than clicking the Make It button.
All right. Did you say make it?
Right. So
I thought you said something
while
else.
he's repositioning, we'll
Ouch!
go ahead and click
I'm tripping over everything.
We'll go ahead and click the Make It button. And it told me it was incompatible because this image is too large and I didn't change at the top that I was going to switch over to the Maker machine. So now when I change that and click Make It, I can then go into the cutting area. This is how it's going to look on the, when I cut it, I'm going to click Continue. And before I switch over to the machine and show you the supplies we're going to use, I want to show you how you change the type of material, select the type of material that you're going to use. In our case, we're going to use Infusible ink. Oh, you know what? It's going to take a minute there because I did not open the machine up and turn it on, so it can't make that Bluetooth connection. So give it just a second here.
All right, we're looking at the Cricut and your computer.
Yep.
And your phone and your scissors and your little workspace. So you just set this up anywhere, huh? In an office. You got it set up on your kitchen counter.
I do.
Because we are building this fabulous new home with a fabulous craft room. And unfortunately, there's been a big demand in building, and it's going to take 12 months to build that home. So we're stuck here, but we're making it work. And a lot of people are living in apartments, and you can totally do this here.
True. Very true. So in Design Space, I'm telling it which material I want to use. In this case, I'm using the Infusible ink transfer sheet.
Okay.
And once I've got that going, then I am ready to go. In Design Space, it does tell you that you want to make sure that mirror is turned on and that the material is ink side up. So it's kind of guiding you through the process.
Wait.
In my
This
case,
is important. I'm going to go back. I'm going to flip back to Design Space and tell us that again. Like, I want to help you learn how to use this thing.
All right. So let me know when you're there.
I'm there.
You're there. Okay. So in Design Space, I selected Infusible ink transfer sheet.
Okay.
And it gives me this message here, this warning to just kind of remind you that you need to make sure that mirror is turned on and that the material is ink side up.
All right.
So
So what does that look like?
So if you forgot to mirror it, you can go over to the left and click Edit, and you can simply turn mirror on and off.
Okay. I came back to the Maker now.
All right. So we are ready to go.
I'm looking at the Maker.
So we're going to then take our standard grip cutting mat and peel off the protective cover and set that aside. And space is limited here, guys. And he's got me really limited.
I'm sorry.
It's
I
okay.
got Phil boxed in here.
So I'm going to use red Infusible ink.
Oh, red.
Okay.
That's a color.
And I already have a piece cut to the size that he wants.
All right. Infusible ink. Let's slow down a second.
So let's talk about that one.
Talk about what is infusible ink?
So infusible ink is like sublimation material. And you can see it's this kind of a faded red color right now. But when I actually heat this up and adhere it to the Infusible ink t-shirt made by Cricut, you will see that the color is going to become significantly brighter. All right. So I'm going to take my Infusible ink, and I'm going to place it face up as it's stated in Design Space. I'll show you this in just one second. And I'm going to stick it to the mat. Okay.
Okay. I'm trying to show it here. My cameras are a little.
All right. So we've got this.
Hooey.
We've got this all positioned
this way a little bit.
Ready to go. So then we're just going to load it into the mat between the two guides.
All right. So you're using a mat.
I'm using a mat because this is.
You need to use that now with the Maker because.
You need to use the mat with the Maker because this is not smart material that lines up to the same exact width of this machine.
Understood.
That is something that will come with the Maker 3 when that comes out in June. All right, so now that we've got this on the mat, our load button is flashing. We're simply going to click that. And then the Cricut icon on the machine is actually your go button. We're going to click that, and it's going to send it off into the cutting for us. This one will go really quick. It's a simple design.
We've got a really cool overhead perspective here. So these are the tools in there. I don't know if you can see the little gears moving, but it's a much more accurate cut. And you see, I can see your screen is showing me the progress. So another feature of the new Maker is it is supposedly a lot faster.
Yes, it's twice as fast.
This thing twice as fast. But honestly, how fast do you need to be?
From just doing home crafting, I don't think I think what we've got here is just fine. But if you're a business person and you're cutting several hundred shirts, in a short period of time, the faster machine is definitely going to help.
It's done. It's amazing.
It's a simple design.
It's crazy how fast that is.
Right. So we're going to unload this, and we're going to peel it off of the backing.
Okay.
Or the mat. And
put this down. Can you use this as workspace?
No, it's not going to work. It's got too much of a slant. I can put it up here, but it's got too much of a slant.
There you go.
So I'm going to grab this weeding tool, and I'm going to start peeling this up a little bit.
So the same weeding tool you use for any machine. It's the same process, really.
Yeah, absolutely. So once you get that backing pulled up, which sometimes it's the hardest part.
Yeah.
All right, peel this back. Oh, almost. Sorry, guys. Okay.
So again, this is the Cricut Maker. This is the big dog.
This is the big
the daddy, the chief, the most capable and expensive part of the Cricut line. There's a new one coming out, but you can get this next week. It is $40 off if you pick this machine up.
That's a good deal.
More than capable. Do you plan on upgrading? Are you going to get the new Maker when it comes out?
I will probably get the new Maker when it comes out.
To test it and teach people how to use it?
Yep.
But if you were just an average crafter making
then I probably would not make that purchase.
Probably would say, you think you're good enough the way it is.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't think those features are enough to make me, if I already have, no.
So really the faster cutting is one of the advantages of the new Cricut Maker, and also the smart vinyl.
Right.
That was really the only two major differences I heard during the announcement. I could be wrong. If you know something, hit it in the chat. If you know something I don't know, put it in there. Let us know what you see, what you think.
All right. So we have our image weeded and ready to...
Felicia, it's backwards.
I know, right? Because when we flip it over and put it on the shirt, it's not going to
come out red?
It's going to come out red.
Now, what do we need to adhere? Do you just peel this on? Does it stick on? Or what do we need to do with Infusible? Do we need to infuse it?
We're going to move over to the
iron heating machine.
The Cricut
All right, come with
Press.
me, people. Come with me. What is this called?
This is the Cricut Easy Press, and we're going to simply power it on.
Why I'm easy.
And we're going to increase the temperature.
Do you want me to sing while we're waiting?
If you'd like. I don't know how they would. I don't know how they would like it.
Morning. Remember Lionel Richie? You're probably too young. That's why I'm easy.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Pressing easy like Sunday morning.
All right. So we brought over our image.
No, wait.
And we've
Before you go any further.
Okay.
Can I use Infusible ink with the Cricut Joy or with the Cricut Explore Air too, the medium price machine?
Any one of them will cut this material.
That is fabulous.
It is fabulous.
That is very cool of them to make that so completely usable with all their machines.
So we're going to take this Cricut Infusible ink t-shirt.
Oh, there's another question. Do I need to use a Cricut Infusible ink t-shirt for this Infusible ink to work? Or can I use another brand of Infusible ink or dye sublimation capable shirt?
If it is a sublimation capable shirt, then yes, you could use that. But if you use just a regular, ran to the store, grabbed a t-shirt and put this on it, it would go. It just wouldn't be quite as, it would adhere. It just wouldn't be quite as bright. And when you go to wash it, it will fade very
away
fast.
Very quickly. But if you're a one and done, if you didn't want vinyl and you're going out to a softball game, you want to have a party for one day,
sure,
you could use Infusible ink on a plain t-shirt that you could buy anywhere.
Correct.
Okay. It just won't last.
Right.
If you want it to last, you have to use these special shirts.
Right.
Okay.
So
I want my shirts to last.
I know.
Now, you can wash these?
Yeah, you just throw it right in the washing machine. You'll see. It's different than the shirt that you're wearing and different than the shirt that I'm wearing because we use vinyl for those.
Let me see your shirt again.
We use the vinyl for those.
You do you. I love that.
Do
you want to see my shirt? I don't know
you
if
do
you
you,
can see my
Tim.
shirt. Can you see my shirt? Cool story, bro. Tim Cruz. Hey, welcome once again, everybody coming over from YouTube and Facebook and all the other places all over planet Earth. Remember to come to Amazon.com/live and follow us there. You can chat with us, talk to us if you have questions. Unfortunately, I can't. Thank you, Amazon customer, whoever you are. You are fabulous. I can't respond to the chats on YouTube and Facebook because we're tied into Amazon right now. But come to Amazon.com/live. You'll see our live stream in the feed there, and we will be happy to answer your questions. All right, so what are you doing now? What is that paper?
This is just parchment paper. It
like
actually
baking parchment paper?
Yeah. Yep. And I'm going to put that behind in between the two layers so that the infusible ink doesn't go all the way through to the back.
Oh, I see.
And then I'm going to take my handy dandy t-shirt guide
and
line that up
creative
with my
monster.
Line that up with my t-shirt. And it brings the image down to approximately the right place you want it on a shirt.
I see.
I'm going to line up my SICK on my shirt and remove my template. Take another piece of parchment paper, stick that right over.
I heard a beep. What does that mean?
The easy press beeped and it's now set to the right temperature. I'm simply going to grab that and lay it on top of my image, apply some pressure, turn the timer on.
How do you know how much time to put on this and what temperature it is?
You can go to Cricut's website and they have a heat guide and you can put in the type of machine you're using, the type of material you're going to put onto the type of vinyl or infusible ink material that you're going to put onto the t-shirt.
Okay.
All right. And you tell it all that. You tell it whether you're using a towel or a mat.
Oh, the mat. Is all the stuff in the carousel below?
All the stuff's in the carousel below.
Fabulous. Fabulous.
And then I'm just going to go ahead and run it through one more time.
What is something you learned about infusible ink?
The more pressure you put on it, the
and
better
the
off.
more what? Time?
The more time and more pressure.
Right. You're not going to ruin it or damage it by doing double the required time, are you?
No, you're not.
You're just going to take another 30 seconds.
Right.
It's not going to kill you to do another 30 seconds. We've done them without the additional 30 seconds, without the pressure, and what's happened?
It's not quite come out as vibrant.
It doesn't pop.
It does not pop.
Yeah,
so
a little bit extra time, a little bit. See, you can only learn this by watching this Amazon. So follow us in the upper left-hand corner. Hover over that. Click the follow button. It is free. It costs you nothing. And we are fabulous, as you will see. Dude, you get a load of our cooking. You know who's coming in later?
I have no idea.
Tim Cooks,
No.
the famous French chef.
He's French?
He's going to do a cooking show on this channel later on. So
very
definitely
nice.
follow us so you can. He's out of his mind. All right, what are you doing? I love that. Look how big that is.
All right, so I'm just going to slowly peel off the backing to reveal.
Look at
Ta-da!
the vibrance of that. That is gorgeous, and it looks great on the gray T-shirt.
It does
too.
look nice, doesn't it?
Look at that. Is it hot?
It's probably a little warm.
You can't feel that,
No,
so that's not going to peel up like a vinyl shirt might after 100 washings.
Correct.
Have you had any infusible ink T-shirts that you've washed over 20, 30 times already?
Yeah, we do. We've got a whole bunch.
And how do they look?
They're fine. They look perfect.
That's
Look just like the first time we made them.
I think personally the extra time and the pressure made all the difference. This is the most vibrant T-shirt I've ever seen you make with this thing.
So far, this is the best one. And that was with significant pressure and a little bit of extra heating time.
Take a look at this. Could I use this again?
No, ink's all gone.
Oh,
Most of
one
it's all
and
gone.
done,
Yeah,
huh?
one and done.
So if I wanted a pink version of it, just subtle, I could use it on another shirt.
No.
You make all my dreams come true, Felicia. Felicia P, ladies and gentlemen, that is amazing. Did that with the Cricut Maker. Now, we can do that exact thing we just did with the Cricut Maker. We can do it with the Explore Air, and we can do it with the Cricut Joy, correct?
Yes, as long as with the only gotcha there is that the image with the Joy has to fit within the range of the
The
width
size,
of the,
right.
machine.
But you could cut individual letters and do them individually, right?
Yeah, you could.
On the Joy?
Totally. Yeah, you could if you wanted to go take that route.
And just tape them together so they're lined up. All right, so these are the 3 machines currently. Again, there's a new maker coming out. But right now, if you pick it up on Amazon.com, you're going to save $40. And you can have that bad boy by Thursday, June 3rd, if you're a Prime member with free shipping. That is fabulous. $40, 11% off. What could you do with $40?
I'd buy more Cricut stuff.
You could. I think, do we have a bunch of videos down here? I think if you go to the product, yeah, this is us. This is us. We did wall words with this thing. We did, look at that. That's our bedroom right there. We did infusible ink and holographic vinyl. So there's just so many things you could do. You can see and look at our YouTube channel too. You can find us under Family Unit with all the different things you do. And then come back here and pick up one of these Cricut machines. Cricut Maker, the big daddy, the most capable, the industrial quality with the better engine and the more accurate cutting. Cricut Explore Air 2, the little brother. There's an Explore Air 3 coming out, which will also be fast like the Maker 3. And it will also enable you to use the, what kind of vinyl is that? Smart vinyl, right?
Right.
So we're going to be able to use the smart vinyl with that, with the new machine. But this one is very, very capable as it stands. I mean, the Explorer Air 2 is more than enough. Again, we have all 3 of them. You can see the blue one in our background here. And it's a very capable, very handy machine. Allows you to go a little bit bigger. And then there's the baby, the Cricut Joy, which is $10.99 off, 7%. And you can get a bunch of bundles too. These bundles, do you like the bundles?
I do like the bundles, actually.
There's a tote bundle, a starter bundle, and a vinyl bundle. Mm-hmm. Did you buy a bundle when you bought this one?
I did not buy the bundle.
Well, you already had a Maker.
This was several. Oh, you're talking about the Air?
No, when you bought the Joy.
When I bought the Joy, actually, I did buy the bundle with the Joy.
And
because I wanted the smart. I wanted the smart material.
It's probably a good idea to pick up one of these. If you're just getting started, you have no vinyl, you've never done this before, get everything you need so you don't get it home and you're frustrated because, oh, I want to do this, but I don't have the materials for it. All right, I want you to do one more thing for me on the Maker. Can you do that for me?
Sure. What would you like?
I want to, we've never done this before. And a lot of people have asked me questions about this on YouTube and Facebook. They're like, what is the deal with permanent versus non-permanent or removable vinyl? What's the deal?
Removable vinyl you can stick on a wall or on your computer, on your Maker, on anything, and peel it right up.
Your wall words.
My wall words are removable vinyl.
Okay.
They will not damage the wall.
I see. Okay. And the removable vinyl, I mean, does it look the same? Does it work the same?
It looks the same. It's just removable vinyl.
It just doesn't have as much adhesive on the back?
Correct.
All right, well, let's make something. I want to do something on my trash can.
Okay, what would you like to do?
I want to put a word on there. There's a certain 9-letter word in the English language. Did you know this?
No.
That if you actually remove one letter, every time you remove a letter, it's still a word.
What's the word?
The word is startling. Isn't that a small bird? The word start with L-I-N-G at the end of it. And this is pretty cool. And then we're going to remove one letter and make 9 words out of this one word. Startling, that's it.
You're good with that?
That's it.
Okay.
Print this out on removable vinyl and we will remove the letters to prove that you can remove this. Now, this is good if you have a temporary situation, if you're putting something on the back of a notebook. It's kind of like a tattoo, only you can remove it. So if you have like a boyfriend one day, but you don't know if he's going to be your boyfriend tomorrow, you can remove his name from your book, from your computer, from your phone, from your refrigerator, from your front door, from your mirror. Have you put removable vinyl on mirrors?
I have.
Remember we put one in the old house that said fabulous? So every time I looked in the mirror, I saw fabulous. And we had to remove it before we left, and it was really simple.
It was very easy to peel right.
All right, should I show Design Space?
That's up to you.
Let's jump in real quick and take a look, because I want people to know how to do this. I'm going to show Design Space, and this is it. We're going to do the word startling. I hope I spelled that right. You pick the text, the font you wanted, and I see the sizes, the little numbers here. Is this telling me exactly the proportions it'll be?
Yes, it is. And that is how I've got my vinyl cut and ready to go. So with it, the word type there, simply with the text tool, I've sized it with the arrows. I've got my Maker selected, and I click the Make It button.
All right, go.
and it shows me what it's going to look like. You can double check that your dimensions of your vinyl look good on your mat, and then click continue. And here it's going to give you a list of material.
I've got the overhead shot of the maker and your phone.
The maker and my phone. Okay.
You should put it on your phone.
All right.
Can you put removable vinyl on your screen? It would be a bad idea.
Probably not a great idea.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to select removable vinyl as a material.
Wait, should I see that?
If you want.
Hold on, go backwards, go back. You people want to see that? Yes, everybody wants to see that. Let's go back here and take.
All
right.
So it's connected to the maker, and it shows me these items, these list of materials here are ones that have stars next to them because I favorited them.
And why is this important?
It's just the materials I use the most, so it just makes things faster. Otherwise, I got to go to the browse all and find and click the material that I'm going to use. In
Does
this case,
tell the machine the proper pressure to cut
yes, it
with?
does. It absolutely does.
Because if you use the wrong pressure, you're going to end up cutting through the entire thing, and you're going to have a heck of a time transferring it.
We've done that too.
Yeah. Okay. So this is good.
Right.
It's a really good tip. People need to know this.
Removable vinyl, and we're going to put our mat into our machine.
All right. Going back to our overhead.
And fine as long as it's the size that you of your image. I'm going to load the mat.
This is going to be really neat. We're going to use the word startling, and we're going to remove one letter at a time to see if this vinyl is really removable. And we're going to make 9 different words. So again, if you have a boyfriend and his name is Robert, and you meet a new guy and his name is Bert, you could take the R-O out, and you've got something that Bert thinks that you made specifically for him, like Albert or something. Do you know what I mean? XY Granny 15, you are fabulous. Thank you for following. We love you. We love all our viewers, all our followers. Make sure you hit that follow button, upper left-hand corner. If you're on Facebook and you have no idea what I'm talking about, because we're on 20 million Facebook streams right now, go to amazon.com/live. You will see our stream there in the carousel. Scroll over to us and then watch us there, and you can enter your name in the chat here and talk to us and interact with us and be fabulous with us and follow us and be aware of all of our streams. All of our streams will not hit Facebook and YouTube, unfortunately, but they will all be right here at Amazon Live. Lots of other people too checking into. Hey, everybody that I missed. We're kind of busy here, going a little crazy. All right, so I think it's done cutting. So I'm going to change the camera to the wide one now so we can see what you're doing. All right, so it's telling me we're done.
All right, so we're going to just unload our mat.
Again, we're talking about removable vinyl.
And we're going to grab our weeding tool. I assume you can see this. And we're going to weed up the excess material.
I see it, yeah.
Removable vinyl is probably the easiest one to weed up. Peel that right
We should
off.
go over to Lisa's and Paul's and put something weird on their door in removable vinyl, but don't tell them it's removable.
If Lisa and Paul are listening in, I will warn you, he did suggest that last night. I was of sound mind.
Lisa and Paul are fabulous.
I was of sound mind, and we decided not to do that.
Yeah.
All right, so now I have a piece of...
It still might happen. Transfer tape?
Transfer tape that I'm going to peel from the backing, but set that backing aside so we can reuse it. And I'm going to lay that carefully over my image and press down and push my computer out of the way.
All right, we can see what you're doing here.
Can you see it?
I can.
So I'm just using my scraping tool to adhere the transfer tape to the printed vinyl or the cut vinyl. Make sure I got that on there really good. And I'm simply going to, I'll go this way so you can see it. What?
I'm trying to set the camera up for the next phase of this so people can see what we're doing.
So Johnny all over the spot.
It's so hard. I have no idea what I'm
gosh.
doing. This is really cool. We've never done this before.
I'm just going to peel that up.
All right, I think I got it now. All right, we're good there. So you're peeling it up.
It's now stuck to my transfer tape.
All right.
As such. Now I don't know where to go, where you're at.
We're going to go to the trash can, and I'm going to change the camera to the trash can. I'm looking over this fabulous trash can, which should be in the carousel, but I forgot. It's the Simply Human. You can buy this on Amazon, my favorite trash can. Because look, when I open it up and I go like this, Get out of the way. Oh, there's a lot of trash in there. That's nasty. Ooh, nasty. Hello.
Okay.
Please don't hurt me. Okay, and it talks, which is fabulous. Pull it out to right about here.
Okay.
All right, so this is your removable vinyl. You just cut in the Cricut Maker.
Yes.
Removable. I'm going to be able to remove this because I really don't want the word startling on my beautiful, simple human trash can, Felicia.
If it sticks and it doesn't come off, then we just...
Felicia!
Okay.
She's scaring me, ladies and
All
gentlemen.
right, so I stuck it down there. I'll grab my scraping tool
All right, we're scraping.
so I can make sure that I get it down on there good.
Oh my God, I just saw my feet. Gross. Okay, so you're scraping it on there. And what does this do?
This is going to press the letters onto the
Oh, that's
trash can.
simple. Look how easy that is. This is your transfer tape.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest, it looks pretty good. So this is removable. So I see it kind of lifting a little bit, which proves that you can take this off.
Sure.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm just gonna make sure it's on there good for you.
So now you don't have to put it on like super. You're making
Well,
it
you know,
permanent.
well-
Now, could I iron this on and make this permanent, or this
No.
will never be permanent?
No.
This is never
It's
going to be
not
permanent.
it's not iron-on material,
Okay.
and it's not permanent vinyl. It's,
What if I ironed it? What would happen? It would melt?
I don't know the answer
Something
to that
evil?
question. Probably something very evil.
Mhm.
I wouldn't do it.
All right, so I'm looking at the word startling on my trash can. Can you
Mhm.
see this? Excuse my feet. I haven't had a pedicure in months. All right, so I see this word on here. Can I come in closer? I don't know if I can come closer here. I'm going to work with this thing. I've never done this before. I hope it doesn't tip over and fall in my trash can. All right, startling. This is a 9-letter word. Now, theoretically, I could take one letter away from this word and still have a word. So let's try starting. I'm going to try to take the L off with my nail. No tool. Oh, look, it does peel off. Is this like that blue tape?
Kind of like the blue tape.
If you leave it on longer, does it become permanent?
No, I don't think so.
All right, I've taken my L off. I'm gonna
We've
put
had
it here.
wall words on our walls for several years and gone to peel them up afterwards, and they've been fine.
Did it take the paint off?
No.
So there's some kind of magic, some kind of super duper adhesive thing. All right, so now I have starting. Now if I take another letter off, what should I take off? How about the T? So I will have staring. So every time I remove a letter, I'm still going to have a word.
Right.
Have you ever tried this? Do you like word games?
I do like word games. I'm going to just dim this
It
light.
looks like starring.
See if it can come across a little
Oh,
bit.
that is better.
A little
Thank
bit
you.
better?
So I have staring now, not starring. So now I'm going to do, let's say, take the A away, and I'm going to have the word string. You see, this is magic. This has happened for the first time ever on Amazon Live. Nobody else does shows like this, Felicia. We're so interesting. That's why we are fabulous. All right, let's keep going. So I have the word string, but I can still make another word. I'm going to take away the R. It is removing very easily. But it looks like, I mean, if I leave it on there, it's not going anywhere. I can kind of mess with it like this, and it seems pretty permanent for the most part. But if you do a temporary situation, the back of a computer, maybe a mirror, maybe a window in a car for a celebration, this stuff will come off when you want it to. So I've got the word sting. So now I want to sing to you. Can I move it? If I wanted to take this S off, I'm going to take this S off. Can I put it back on, or will it be destroyed? Look at that. Oh, that looks terrible, but okay. But you see what I'm doing here. You see, it is possible to remove this vinyl effortlessly. I'm really not having a problem. I'm going to take the G off. And you know what this word is? This is the story of my life, Felicia. Sin City, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. In my childhood. Now, I can take my S off and I still have another word, right? Are you seeing what I'm doing here? This
I'm
is
seeing
magic.
that.
I have
It
the
is
word
magic.
N, and I take the word N off. What happens? Oh, this one's a little tricky. Oh, it's not coming off. So I'm just using my nail. I'm not using any tool, any chemicals. Look at that, right off. That is fabulous. I have the word I. Felicia, you know there's no I in team? Did you know that?
Nope, there's no I in team.
Well, you keep giving me a black eye. That's probably my fault. Look at that. Fabulous. Removable vinyl. That is amazing. And what machine did we use to do this?
The Cricut Maker.
Let's take a look at the Cricut Maker. $40 off, 11% discount. If you buy this now, add it to your cart. I think this is fabulous, Felicia. What you have done today is no less than a miracle. It's making me cry, Felicia. All right, can we show you on the camera now?
If you must.
Not yet. Should you keep it a mystery a little bit
A
longer?
little bit longer.
All right, let's take a look. We have this camera now. What we made today. We made.
Let's go over here.
Let's start with the things you made with the Cricut Joy, the smallest, the least
Cricut
expensive.
Joy, we made these 2 cups.
Hers and its. Guess which one is mine? I don't know which one is mine. You know which one. I'm it. She's hers. And what did you make? What else did you make? A beautiful Father's Day card. Number 1 dad in the world. And we're going to do something inside that?
Well, you can. I did not. But
You could tape a piece of white paper or write with a gold or silver or some kind of neon marker, which would be really cool. No one else in the world would have that. Do you have white cards for this too?
Yeah, you can get white cards for this.
Okay, or things you can write on where you can see use a typical blue pen. Is there an
Absolutely.
envelope that comes with this card?
There is an envelope that comes with the card.
Let me see.
It's on the
Let me
desk.
see this thing on the desk here. I want to see this envelope. Does it fit?
It's perfect.
Are you sure?
Because
have you
what?
tried this?
No, I have actually.
Because what? Because why?
Because it's fabulous.
Fabulous! Look at that, right in there. Perfect, seamlessly. So you put a little stamp on there, drop it off on his windshield so he wakes up on Father's Day and he has a fabulous, beautiful Father's Day card. Look at that. All right, and then we moved over to the Cricut Maker. And again, we could have done all 4 of these projects in the Cricut Joy, couldn't we?
We absolutely could have.
Remember, there is no new Joy coming out. There has been a notice. There's a new Explore Air 3 and a Maker 3 coming out sometime in June. But the older models are on sale right now, so it's a great deal. And what is this t-shirt? There's no vinyl on here.
There's no vinyl. This is the Cricut Infusible ink t-shirt with the Infusible ink ironed onto it. You can't feel it. It is right in the material.
Let me ask you a question. You
Sure.
use something called a Cricut, what is that called? Heat press?
Easy press.
Easy press?
Mhm.
Do you need an easy press for this?
You could use an iron, but with infusible ink, the irons typically don't get hot enough, and you need the infusible ink to be around 400. The iron, the easy press, to be about 400 degrees.
And typical irons probably don't go that high, do
typically
they?
don't go that high.
Do you use that easy press as an iron?
I do.
That shirt looks pretty flat. I have some
do.
pants that need some ironing and creasing. Do you know anyone who can handle that?
You. With
Oh,
that easy
that's
press, I'm
why
gonna let you handle that.
Maybe it can handle that. Well, listen, I hope you enjoyed this. Please click the follow button. It's awesome. The Air is a great machine. I completely agree that you could use the Explore Air. You can use the Cricut Maker. Again, we have all 3 of them. The white one here. What color is that? Is that like a rose gold?
This is champagne.
Champagne. Okay, this is the Cricut Maker from the back. And behind it, the one in blue is what?
The Air.
The Air.
Mhm.
And then the little guy down at the end.
The little guy is the Joy.
The Joy. There is no change coming in the Joy. The Joy
No.
will still be available when these 2 new Cricut machines come out.
Correct.
Have we heard anything? Can we use these tools for the Cricut Maker in the Maker 3? Do you
Yes.
know anything about that?
Yes, you
We
can.
will be able to use the same tools.
Correct.
So really the only
Yep.
advantage of the Maker 3, faster,
Faster and the smart vinyl.
still does 300 materials, 12 tools.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
The nice thing about the 3 and the smart vinyl, I will admit that they've made rolls that are much longer in size.
So if you want to do a banner.
And a roller that you can attach to the Maker.
That's
and if you wanted to do, let's just say you're a teacher in a classroom.
Yeah.
And you wanted a border in your classroom with the alphabet or whatever it is you're doing, you could easily load that smart vinyl into the Maker and seamlessly, without having to do multiple pieces or cuts, make a banner that would fit the length of your wall.
Wow.
So that's kind of a neat
kinda
feature.
cool.
That is a neat
You
feature.
can't do that now without making individual cuts. So you could go 24 inches cut, 24 inches. So you could do it.
You could do it. It would just,
A little bit more effort.
yes.
And you need a 24-inch mat.
You do have, you can get a 12 by 24 inch mat.
I see. All right, so that's totally doable. Well, Felicia, I love what you've done today.
Well, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Felicia. Thank you again. If you're coming from YouTube, from Facebook, find us on Amazon. You can go to amazon.com/shop/such-fun-gifts. Make sure you follow us. You'll be eligible for giveaways that nobody else can do. You'll be able to get notifications when all our shows are coming up. We've got 2 more shows coming up today. I'm not telling you what they are. You have to follow us to find out. Anyway, my name is Tim Cruz for Felicia B. Thank you for watching. We'll see you all soon. Bye.
Bye.